From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Well, we did it. As we said, we broke the record, and not that that's exciting. And boy, I tell you what, it has taken a toll on eastern Oklahoma. This is from Gary Crow, one of our friends that sends in videos and pictures every once in a while from up around the Miami area. But just look at the pasture conditions. I mean, this is something you'd expect in maybe far western Oklahoma or New Mexico, not in northeastern Oklahoma this time of year. Usually we're still green, looking pretty good. This is going to be messing with our fall colors, and it is messing with ranches all over the place. There's just no grass, and people are looking for hay and cannot find hay, and it's expensive when you do find some. We've needed rain. We do see some rain. This is the cold frontal boundary right in here. Hasn't filled in at all, but there are a few showers north of Miami. And we're looking up to the north in Kansas, northern Kansas, picking up some nice little rains at this time. It is a lot colder up there. And then we also have severe weather. We have severe thunderstorm watch in western Utah and also into Idaho with severe thunderstorms. That just happens very, very rarely. We have cold rain and rain across portions of Colorado. So even into Arizona, some flooding has been going on. It's been interesting. So this has been the kind of the conveyor belt all around us. And then we've just been dry socketed, so to speak, across the area. So that's not what we've wanted. And that's what we've had to deal with. And the difference in temperatures, yesterday at this time was 103 in the afternoon. In Lincoln, Nebraska, it's 62 now. It's in the 50s in northern Kansas. That cooler air is coming southward. Some areas of southeast Kansas and far northern Oklahoma tomorrow, you guys are going to go, I might need to put a jacket on. Right now, we are the hottest spot across the country at this time showing up. And you can see we're in the upper 90s in our zone. So we've hit 100 degrees across Oklahoma. We've had a few pockets of really hot weather also in Arkansas. But needless to say, that's not the most exciting thing to have happening. We still have temperatures in the 90s to 100. Stillwater, OSU, 100. OU coming in at 97 at this point with the cooler weather out in the Panhandle, where we're getting down the 70s, rain, showers, and gustier north winds. It's not here yet, but it is coming, so get ready. We're talking at this hour. It's, again, it doesn't look that bad. Looks kind of okay, but then you look at the temperature and you go, holy moly, that's amazing. And no air movement right now, so the winds are basically non-existent. And then you'll be able to see that by morning we'll have more of a northerly wind, some clouds to the north, 60s, low 60s, and then we'll be in the 70s down to the south. Tomorrow afternoon is very interesting because the front really slows down in southeast Oklahoma and the hills of southeastern Oklahoma. That doesn't allow the cooler air to go very far south, so we'll be in the 90s and even upper 90s near 100 along the Red River, while around Coffeyville we could have a sprinkle and 70. That is a massive difference. But then everybody gets warm again on Friday. It's like, what's the problem here? Well, that's just because that front isn't very strong, so that's going to get pushed back, and so we'll be in the upper 80s, low 90s across northeast Oklahoma. And then Saturday's a hot day, back to summer in the 90s. Not much going on, but you see another blue spot. That's a cold front, that line. That'll be moving all the way through as we go through Sunday and gradually cooling off, but we'll be in the 80s. If you're southeast, you're still in the 90s, so we haven't given you a total break as of yet. And we're looking for rain, and there's very little rain for the next 10 days, so that is still a massive, massive problem that we're looking at. So that's not a whole lot of good news there, other than a few sprinkles Saturday into Sunday. That's about it. And we're also talking about Tulsa State Fair beginning on a good note. It'll be warm, but we're looking for another cold front coming through sometime Sunday or Monday. That'll knock our temperatures down. And by the time we get to Tulsa State Fair time, it should be in the 70s for highs. That's kind of weird to think that. And the jet stream is going to be active. It looks like we're going to continue to see that continuing to show a little bit further to the west as far as that ridge. We get that cooler air coming in here. And the only thing of consequence that's really of interest to us is if a hurricane makes it into the Gulf as we get on into basically the beginning of October. And that could be a big one if it does make it through. And right now, odds are pretty high that something bad could happen. And it's not going to be rain for us the way it looks. 88. As we look at the evening hours, we're looking at 70 tomorrow morning, feeling cooler. Northeast winds blowing in. Finally, it's going to feel a little bit more like it should, fall and football. That's a good combination, I think. It does warm up, though, an awful lot for the Friday night games, so we're still going to be in the 80s Friday evening. But at least it's better, minus Saturday, but Saturday's summer for those of you who want to be out. And then next week, again, we've kind of suppressed the 100-degree heat, and we're talking a little bit more reasonable weather.
80s,
this time of year.
80s more reasonable for sure.
Oh, amen on that for this time of year. We need it.